Hey everyone, Bob Thibodeau here. Welcome to another leadership tip for today. We've been talking about the roles different people play on the same team. Those roles may be delegated roles. That means titles assigned by virtue of authority, for example, coach or manager or captain of the team. Then there are the roles that are earned through respect and demonstrated leadership ability, even though the official title is not delegated from above. Players on the team that have peers that they're looked up to, that are emulated and admired for their ability or their knowledge or their wisdom. That's what we talked about last time. Now, today I want to move into the official titles. We will talk about managers today. Although I'm using a baseball or sports analogy, this can be used in businesses as well. And you can see this being played out in offices, shops, stores, repair shops, everything else on a daily basis. Usually, someone starts off as a player on a team in an office or business environment. That's usually the new guy or new woman. And if they're brand new to the business or corporate environment, they're usually of lower pay grade and stature. If they've been around a while, they have the experience, but they're new to that organization, they may know the ins and outs of the business, but they do not know who the unofficial leaders are within their unit, like we talked about last time. Now, a manager is in charge of basically two areas: people and mission. On the personnel side, they're responsible for taking care of the people working for them. Now, this can be, as simple as submitting payroll and approving time off requests, but it also goes a lot deeper than that. There's the motivation to do the job required in a timely fashion. In other words, accomplishing the mission of the organization. That is the objective the upper echelon leaders will be evaluating. Now, if a manager is liked by subordinates and peers, but continuously fails to accomplish the organizational mission, they will eventually be replaced. The mission is everything. All right. While motivating and training the subordinates in completing all of their assigned tasks on time and in a proper manner, the manager must also be cognizant of what is going to happen in the near future. For example, let's say the new order for widgets is coming due in 30 days. It's a huge order. The manager must not only manage the production of the current orders and get them out the door on time, but they must start planning now on how to fulfill the orders that'll be about to come due. If it's a significant order, it may require managing the time off requests in favor of the company for the next month. Although that may win the disapproval of the subordinates, it's a requirement for unit mission accomplishment. Those are the hard decisions that have to be made by managers. That's why they earn the extra money, or as we say in the office, the big bucks, right? One thing managers need to be aware of is not getting too personal with subordinates. It's okay to be friendly, but not friends. It's okay to have lunch with the crew every now and then, but not hang out on the weekends. It's okay to laugh and joke from time to time, but not to become too personal or complacent. The manager must, at all times, be cognizant of the role they play in the leadership structure. Managers that get into trouble in this area are usually the ones who try to be best friends with everyone. You can't do that, so don't do that. The hardest part of being promoted from within your little peer group is breaking off the friendly relationships with those who you have left behind. It's harder than you think. Your friends want to stay close. They figure they can get some inside scoop on things happening in the company. They figure they have your ear when things go wrong. They consider you an insider who's sympathetic to their cause. If you don't watch yourself in this area, those so-called friends will throw you under the bus the first time their back is up against the wall. It's happened over and over and over. Don't think that you would be any different. It may be harder for them to do it, but it will happen. And you're going to look at them like, how could you do that to me? It's because they see you as a friend when it's to their benefit. They see you as the other team when their backs up against the wall. So do not put yourself into that position. If you're promoted from within, begin the process of extracting yourself from being too close, too friendly in those relationships. When asked, hey, let's go out to lunch with the crew, turn them down every time except on special occasions. Someone's getting promoted or leaving or whatever, something like that. When asked to hang out on the weekends, turn them down. Tell them you have something to do with the family. Whatever the case may be, you have to start extricating yourself from those close relationships. Over the course of time, they will gradually begin to drift away. It sounds harsh, but it's needful. You need to be the manager, not their friend. You need to be the manager, not their confidant. You need to be the manager, not the enemy of your superiors. When you begin operating according to those principles, you'll find that your job is a whole lot easier. Remember, manage people and accomplish the mission. That's the role of the manager. Next time, I'm going to talk about the role of the leader. This is a different type of level than the manager, though they can sometimes be the same person, just different thought patterns. So be sure to subscribe to this podcast. Be notified when another episode is about to be published. And I'll talk to you soon. Remember, charge on.